So I'm going to have my audience sweep, but I need to let you know that I only have 4 people. I was scheduled to give my presentation today, and my daughter unexpectedly got called into work. So here's my audience. Several months ago, I got called into my boss's office. I picked up my notepad and my pen and went in there expecting to get several meetings to schedule or phone calls to make. And instead, he asked me where I was on the project that we were assigned in our last team meeting. I had no knowledge of this project, so I was caught off guard. Situations like this make it glaringly apparent why it's important to have documentation, meeting minutes, meeting notes. Today I'm going to inform you of the importance of documenting formal and informal meetings and of some of the benefits of being able to recall this information when you need it. Some of you may have been in a situation where it helped you to be able to recall notes from a previous meeting or a class, and some of you may not. But I feel like the information I'm going to share with you is important and might benefit you at some point in your education or your career. I have 20 years of experience in this field and have been to several seminars, workshops. I've read articles. I've been assigned reading on the art of minute taking, so I feel like I've become somewhat of an expert. I'm going to review with you reasons that it's important to record minutes and different types of situations where this might be required by law or it might be helpful. What you might find included in minutes and what you might include if you are the one taking them, and I'll give you some tips that could help strengthen your skill. Different types of meetings that require documentation or that it's helpful to have met. One of the most important is formal board meetings. Michael Peregrine, who is an attorney at McDermott, Will & Emery and the author of The Art of Minute Taking, has said that public policy goal is to preserve a permanent record of the actions taken by the board and by committees acting with board delegated authority. Minutes from formal board meetings are almost always reviewed by a company attorney, and they have to be approved through a formal motion and a vote by the board. So, other important reasons for documenting are to have documentation of decisions, tasks, who was assigned, and deadlines if they were assigned. And they also provide a historical account of the evolution of different events, policies, discussions that took place, and decisions that were made. So I've covered the important reasons to record notes and the different committees you might find that they have minutes for. And now I'm going to review with you different things to include in your notes. Whatever you decide to include or whatever is decided that is wanted in the minutes, always be consistent. You want to use a consistent format, whether it's for a book club or a team meeting. Here's the format that I use. It includes the date, the time, and the location. You always want to include standing meeting participants, whether they're present at the meeting and if they're present by phone. You want to include guests and who is absent. And here's the format I use for documenting discussion and decision, action items, person responsible, and deadline if they're assigned. Jodith Allen, who has been an administrative professional for over 20 years, and she publishes a blog called administrativearts.com, last accessed October 24th of 2012, has said it's important to follow an agenda and provide a brief account of the discussions and the decisions that were made. Always document tasks and who was assigned. So I've reviewed with you the important things that you might find published in the minutes or that you might want to record. Now we're going to move on to a few tips to help strengthen your skill. Taking notes may seem like a menial task, but it's actually very important. Joanne Birch, who's the CEO of Office Dynamics, has said that you want to review the agenda before the meeting. That will help you to capture the important conversation. It helps you to know the time frames and what you can expect. You always want to listen and be fully present. Try to clear your mind before you go into a meeting, because you're going to be dealing with sidebar conversations. You're going to have to be able to filter out the important elements to capture during the discussion, and ask questions. If you don't understand, or you don't feel like you have heard clearly a decision that was made or a task that was assigned, then ask questions if appropriate during the meeting. Otherwise, catch somebody afterwards. Never put anything in your meeting notes that was not said or done. That can cause you a lot of trouble. So I've shared with you about the importance of documenting during formal and informal business meetings and some of the benefits of being able to recall this information. I've gone over the different reasons that you might need to document, the different types of meetings that are recorded. I've reviewed with you what are the certain types of things you might find in minutes or that you might include, and we've talked about some tips that can help strengthen your skill. When you're a part of a team and have missed a meeting, there are a few things that could happen. You might not review the minutes and attend the next meeting, and nothing will happen. There will be no repercussions. You might not review the minutes, attend the meeting, and be frustrated or embarrassed because you don't have a deliverable. Or you might review the minutes, having had somebody step in for you if you're the one that's assigned, and then you go into the meeting feeling informed and empowered because you know what went on. I'd like to close with a great quote by Jimmy Hoffa that summarizes everything I've just talked with you about in one sentence. And that is, "To the best of my recollection, I must recall in my memory, I cannot remember." Write it down. Thank you.